Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. It's like 8:11. I rolled out of bed like half an hour ago. You know that morning when you or not the morning, you know that feeling when you wake up and your mouth just feels like hell because you sleep with your mouth open? Because I do. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe there's a medicine thing that I can take. Excuse me. That will train my body to breathe through my nose. Because my nose is like not that bad. It's actually a very good nose. Like I breathe clearly and breathe normally. But I sleep with my mouth open. I snore like hell if I sleep on my back. I actually sleep on my side to keep me from... Because I actually snore so supremely loudly. It's kind of actually... Like, I haven't had this issue when I moved in with my roommates, but when I lived with my family, there would often be times where my family was like, we could hear you sleeping at the other end of the house. I'm not joking. You might think I'm joking. I am not. I shit you not. The other end of the house, some people could hear me. So, I still have that feeling in my mouth where, it feels like crap because it's all dried out. I've had to douse it with water. Thankfully I didn't use mouthwash. I used mouthwash. I need to buy more. I forgot to buy some. That was the one thing I forgot to buy at the store. Because mouthwash is actually really good for you. And whenever I use mouthwash, my mouth just feels like a war zone. So, anyway. I haven't streamed Minecraft in a while. Partially because of the EULA changes, but I decided this morning, who cares? I'm just gonna do it anyway. And if they want me to take down my Minecraft videos, I'll take them down. Oh well. I'll edit the thing. I'll edit the, I can edit the thumbnail or whatever afterwards, but... Some people think that the new EULA things are only going to be enforced on, like, egregious offenders. I'm willing to believe that that's all true, but it's also Microsoft. Sorry, am I coming in right? I want to make sure I'm not, like... echoing at all. I'm gonna move up the microphone a little bit. I don't know why, but I realized it was kind of low, and I had to adjust it. There we go. Does that sound better? I should sound better. Can I tell you my height? Yeah, I'm 6'1". My nose is horrible. One passage is permanently closed. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm just adjusting this mic until I feel like it's perfect. I think that should work. Do I like fresh water or salt water? Well, fresh water tastes pretty good. Salt water is really only useful in the ocean. But since I don't live in the ocean anymore, I would say that I don't like salt water as much as the next person. Hello. I'm here to chill. Good. Waiting on food? I have decided to forego food this morning. I have lemonade here that I pulled out of the fridge. Pretty sure lemonade didn't contribute to how I was feeling last night. We never know. Anyway. Do you guys want to see all the things I've done in my... I've thrown out... excuse me. I've thrown out screenshots to everything I've done in Minecraft. Can I wink? I think so. You can tell me if this is working. I've been throwing out small pictures of things I've been working on. And I want to show them off to you guys. I want to know what you guys think of them. I think you guys will like it, so... get more water. Okay. Alright. This isn't the major change. I'm gonna go full screen. I don't think I'm gonna be using... I don't think I'm gonna need to alt-tab at all, so I'm just gonna keep it full screen. It's been a while. It's been a few days. It's been, yeah, a few days. So this is not new. If you watch the last stream, last Minecraft stream, this is not new. And if you haven't watched it, the VOD is up on the YouTube page. Pretty much indefinitely. I don't have plans to remove it. All of this is... yeah, this is all new. Or not new, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Tano, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. You said that you're tired as well, so we can be tired together. I need more water, hold on. Me drinking water is gonna be like a heavy theme this morning. Because again, water is like a heavy part of what I do. So, I'm intentionally not looking up for a reason. And you might see it on the mini-map. Actually, we're gonna hide that. This is all new. So, last stream... Can I show my FPS? Why should I show the FPS? This spawn... all of this is brand new. Now, last time... what was here... was... not this. So what I did... what you guys... if you were during the last stream, what you might remember... is I built up this thing, this whole temple thing here. I built this on stream. Most of it. There were a couple of towers that I finished off camera. The goal was I wanted something crazy at spawn, and I did that. I feel like I accomplished that. We'll talk about this in a moment. Now, the inside here, I'm kind of slowly working on because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. Do I remember you? I think you show up during most of my streams, so yeah, I think so. But... sorry. There. Sorry, my mic is just gonna be endlessly tweaked until it's perfect. Oh, goodness. But I am still working on this area. Not quite sure what quote-unquote finished is gonna be. Those end crystals are dangerous. They are dangerous, yes, but as far as I know, as long as you keep mobs out, it's not a big deal. Like, as long as I don't touch them, not a big deal. Alright? I've already had issues with them, but I don't touch them. And as long as you don't touch them, they're not an issue. And this is a single-player world, so it doesn't matter. Came to say hi, but I have to get going. Alright, you have a good one then. What if you accidentally touch them? I'm not gonna accidentally touch them. But if I accidentally touch them, yes. Most of them will blow up. And most of them will take out small bits of the wall here. But they will not take out the floor. Because the way the end crystals work... here, I'll show you. I will show you. I'll go over here. Away from the new stuff. I'm gonna go away from the new stuff to show you this. The way that these things work... actually, I want to go away from these trees, because I planted them. Go over here. This is fine. The way that this works is... it does not hit the ground around it. But, if you put something up next to it, it will destroy everything, like, above it. Anything above the obsidian is destroyed. So, my floor is thankfully just fine. I did experiment with that yesterday just to see. Because here's the thing, I would not have put them in here if I didn't think that this building was safe or unsafe. Yes, the walls would suffer. And some of the ceiling might suffer too. That's really about it. The floor that I spent a lot of time making is fine. The nether portal is fine as well. Some of them might go out, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We can relight those. But yeah, I'm still not done in here. I don't know how I want to work on it yet. A lot of what I do when I'm working on this stuff is I look at the functional blocks, because the functional blocks are the best blocks in the game, in my opinion. Has some of the best blocks in the game. Why? Because all of their models are not just squares. Not everyone is a square. You got the anvils, you got the campfires, you got the bells, the beacon, you know. All of these things here are unique. More unique than a lot of the regular building blocks, color blocks, and such and such. What version of Minecraft? This is 1.20.1 with Forge installed for the minimap. It's the newest version with a minimap installed. Because I like maps. And I'll show you some maps here in a moment as well. But what I've been doing is, when I want to furnish something, I will look in here first, and then I'll look in some of the other places. Excuse me. But yeah, so this is the spawn area. That is interesting. I've never seen the portals outlined like that. Huh. That's weird. What's the plan today? I'm gonna show off what I've done, and then I'll figure that out. Because, like, the way that I've been playing Minecraft, at least when I played all day yesterday, or most of the day yesterday, I did a lot of editing yesterday. But when I was playing Minecraft, the thing that I found I enjoy the most is going around, looking at something, and then working on it. So a lot of what I did yesterday, which was a lot, I did all my editing and work in the morning, and then when I was done, I just started doing a lot of this, and I was happy with it. But the goal today is whatever I feel like. And we'll take a look around and see. But let's see here. I built these obelisks here. My inspiration, if anybody knows what 2B2T is, you might know the Valley of Wheat is, which I'm actually working on a mini tribute to the Valley of Wheat, because I like the Valley of Wheat. I think it's kind of cool. And I'm building a Valley of Wheat right here. This is a project that'll take a while, because it gets very boring to place wheat over and over and over again. It'll be only in this section here. Like, there's 4 quadrants here. This quadrant is, like, been invaded by nether brick, because I wanted the lore of this building that I haven't officially set down. But the lore of this building is that it's appeared from the nether, and it's corrupting the world. Now, this is the side that's got it the worst. The Valley of Wheat is going to be like a project that shows that people are trying to take back the land. I don't know how long the Valley of Wheat is going to be. My initial thought process was all the way up until the trees, leaving some space in between. But up until the trees was my original idea. And that's still the plan. So my plan is to go all around here, maybe stop around here, and go all the way up to the trees and the water here. Gotta go. Alright, you have a good one. And it will just be this 4th quadrant. Now I've made this. I wanted to make it a little look like they've not been able to clean up everything, or that some things are seeping back into the world. So I created this ruined portal here. This is 100% made by me. I did look up pictures for ruined portals so that I wanted to make it a little bit more accurate. So this I made. And I've just been planting wheat. I spent like an hour or two doing this yesterday. Well, not all of this was, a lot of this was done previously. But the stuff that I did place, I placed for about an hour. And eventually I'll just work on it more. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an entire stream where all I do is put down wheat. I feel like that would be kind of boring though. So we'll see. We will see. But with the corrupted stuff, I wanted to add my favorite biome in the nether, which is the warped forest. The warped forest is my favorite biome because of the trees. I love the blue wood. The blue wood, now, I'm writing notes. I'm writing a lot of notes. So whenever I release this world, I'm not going to tell you where any of these notes are because it'll be your job to find them. But I am writing notes for a lot of the things I'm putting down here in Spawn, and I may do that for other places in my worlds as well, just like little thoughts I have. But I write in one of these notes that this biome is my favorite biome in the Nether because it is so different, in my opinion. Like all of the other biomes, like, oops, sorry, you've got the regular wastes, you've got the soul sand, the basalt delta, and you got the crimson wood. All of those kind of mix color-wise, and the warped forest does too. But the warped forest is so different, so unique. Like you know, just imagine. I mean, I can go into the Nether right now. Let's just go into the Nether right now, so I can illustrate my point here. I'm just gonna illustrate my point here. Do I have a walkway down into the regular area? I used to have a walkway down. I do not now. I'm surprised I don't know. That's fine. Maybe, you know, this is a project that I need to finish in the future, is the underground tower here. But that's not the point. The point is, you have all of these awesome biomes, and all these new biomes, and they all fit. They all work together, you know what I mean? A biome, warped forest. And oh, that's right. This is one of those ones that was spawned without trees because of the bug issue. I forgot about that. This is so funny. But anyway, then you come to a warped forest, and this is so blue. And the contrast of blue to all of the other biomes out there is one of the reasons why I just like it. Oh, right. I forgot about that. So that's why I like the warped forest. Hi, guys. You having a party in here? Awesome. These guys are spawning a lot more heavily, and I don't know what the deal with this is. This is so weird. Hi. Also, yes, of course. Denji, welcome. By the way, Ghost101, thank you for the follow. But anyway, I like the warped forest. It's my favorite biome in the Nether. The wood color also looks really nice as well. And I built... whenever I do something Nether related, I try to include warped stem because it looks good. Thank you for the dinosaur. And Luke, thank you for the follow. Now, let's move over to here. I told you guys last time I played that I was going to work on a train station. I ended up just doing it because I just decided to do it. That tower right there goes up, and I will show that off eventually. But I decided to make like a Nether fortress-like train station. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I kind of like it. I wanted it to fit the theme of this cursed temple here. So we'll see if I continue to like it. I still need to add like the actual train station bits, like an area for people to buy tickets and stuff. But there's a staircase here that people can use to get to the other side because the trains need to be able to pass under here. I actually went back to that other train over there and measured how tall it was so that I can make these stairs tall enough for it to pass under. Because even though the trains will never move, and that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, I still cared enough to go, you know, measure it. Wolfie, thank you for the follow a couple moments ago on Twitch. I appreciate that. Am I even live on Twitch? I shouldn't be. Oops. I shouldn't be live on Twitch. No, I'm not. But thank you for the follow. Poison, thank you for the follow as well. And so I built this, then I finished the railway here so it kind of goes through. Terraformed the land a little bit so it fits. Okay, but good, I did work on that. I was thinking I didn't, but whole land was terraformed. Then when the land was terraformed, I came through with the netherrack here. I replaced this one by one, except for some big areas that I was able to use the fill command. I filled it all up, let it seep into some of this a little bit, added lava pools for lighting. because just putting torches down wouldn't work for lighting. And so I added lava pools. It adds enough lighting that mobs don't really spawn here, except for up here. I might need to add something up here. I'm trying to get more creative with lighting situations. One of the things I used to do is I would take carpet that matched the color, and then I would just put a sea lantern and a carpet there. That kind of works, and I may end up doing that. Sorry, the lawnmower guys are outside mowing the whole neighborhood. But we'll see. It honestly does look better than just having a whole bunch of torches. Like a whole bunch of torches over the land. In my opinion, when you want to do something that's very unique and look more natural, the torches don't work at all. And what I could also do is use moss, because how does the moss look? I'll be honest, the moss color isn't that much different. So like, and I'm gonna leave these torches here because this is all gonna be value of wheat eventually. But like, let's say over here, let me grab this. That's pretty decent replacement for lighting. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll keep, you know what? Let's do a few of those here. We'll do a few of those. Because I'll be honest with you, the sea lanterns provide more light. They're a lot brighter in my opinion, which is why I like them. Hello, Cody, welcome. So yeah, I feel like that works out better. Now, I've had to put down more lights because of what's above me, and I'll get to that shortly. We're almost done with the ground here. But that's what I've been working on. I've been putting more trees down here, because like I had to clear this whole area for... I had to chop down a whole bunch of trees for this train line, and I've been replanting, so now it feels like the forest is a little bit more beautiful. I'm trying to figure out a cutoff point for where I won't put more light, because I do want to keep it natural and let mobs spawn in areas like this. But I want there to be a lot of light around places where mobs aren't supposed to be. So what I've gone ahead and done is I'm like, well, eventually what I'll do is I'll choose a cutoff point for where light is so that we don't have mobs spawning in that area. And I may put some lighting in between here. I don't know what I want to do in between here. I may put nothing there. I may just bone meal some grass in to make it look more overrun. But I want to see if I can do some more decoration with the train area right here, because it's kind of barren. But I don't know what I want to do yet. But anyway, going back over here. Let me know if the music is too loud, by the way. It's kind of loud for me, but kind of loud for me is just loud enough for you guys. I started working on... Now, this is not my design. Well, I followed a design and then made it different. This... who made this? I wrote it down. It was designed by Marchie Works on YouTube. So if you want to look up who made it, that's who made it. They made theirs bigger. Like mine is a 7x7 cube with an outer cube. Theirs is like a 10x10 cube. So mine is smaller and a little bit more compact. And this right here is one of my favorite base designs I've ever seen. Which is why I'm doing it. I just really love the idea of little cubes. And I talk about it in one of the notes I left, but the goal behind this is to... Now, I lived in the city for a couple of years. I lived in San Diego, in the middle of downtown for a while. Don't ask me how I afforded it, because I lived in a tiny shithole. But, I wanted to reimagine that experience when building something like this. So all of these cubes are not only tiny, but there's so little room inside them. Like, you get a max of a 5x5 as your area, a 5x5x4. You don't have a lot of room. So every single one of these cubes, what I've done is when I make one, I kind of decide what I want to do with it and then work on it. And then I just make some. Then I just make another one. Some of them are just going to be corridors with some pictures and stuff, but other ones I want to be house rooms. Like I want this to be housing, little apartments, then bigger apartments. Because like if you were to have a tiny apartment, you just have one of these. But if you were a heavy buyer, and I'm thinking on the second floor here is where we're gonna have a lot of houses. But like maybe I'll have a strip of 2 cubes, and that'll be somebody that like is very is able to afford 2 cubes, or then there's gonna be 3 or 4 cubes, and all of the cubes are conjoined. But that's the goal, and I want this to actually be a very long piece as well, because what I wanted to kind of emulate with this is the idea that, you know, everybody is close to something, because there's also going to be shops in this. I want to build shops and other cool things, but the idea I wanted to emulate is everybody lives in a claustrophobic area, but everything is also close together, because that's what cities are like. Everybody's close together, everybody has access to everything, but you are so claustrophobic. What if I blew it up? Well, you can blow... If I release the... Well, not if. When I release the download for this, you can blow it up as much as you want. I do not mind at all. I do not mind at all. Oh my goodness, Pixel, thank you so much for the gifted membership. It'll show up here whenever it feels like showing up, but I appreciate that. How are you doing today? And Brutality got the gifted membership. Brutality, if you're here, make sure to say thank you. But yeah, this is something I'm working... I'm not sure if I'll be working on this today. Maybe I will. This is what I was working on last night, and I still kind of want to. But let's finish the tour first. Mom's been at work. I have been... I was in a creative spell yesterday. Like, I had planned to play 14 yesterday. And then I got on Minecraft to look at some things, and I was like, I want to work on this. And then I didn't touch anything else. I'm at work. Well, thank you again for that. I appreciate it. The notification should show up, hopefully, eventually. I'll be upset if it doesn't. But yeah, that's... I'll eventually be working on the... So the problem with the train line is there is nothing that way. That's not entirely true. The Mushroom Island is like... There it goes. Thank you, Pixel, for the gifted membership. I appreciate it. There it goes. Awesome. The train line can go that way, but there really isn't anything over there. There's like, I'm not built that way. So, like, all of my builds are in the east. In the east and the south. It's like north, southeast. I need to build more things elsewhere. Maybe, and that'll be a goal eventually. I want to build a modern housing district, I think, eventually. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's an interesting idea. But, yeah, that's the last thing down here. The last thing down here. But yeah, I built these obelisks. I don't know what we're gonna put over here. There's gotta be something over here, but I don't know what it is yet. Christus, thank you for the follow. So anyway, we can go up this tower now. This tower has a water fountain on it. Now, some of you already know what's up there because I did some Discord streams, but we're gonna go up. I'm gonna make it all cinematic and stuff by using the elevator here. We're gonna go up the elevator. You know, 250 blocks. That's how high it is. Awesome. So this is the Sky Islands that I'm working on. I built all of these by hand, by the way. Some people told me they don't believe me. But all of these were done by hand. The first one obviously took the longest. And now just building the island took a few hours because the first thing that you have to do when making an island, in my opinion, I'll talk about the buildings and stuff on it in a moment, but when designing an island, you have to make a rough outline. And what I did is I made a rough outline of the stone here. And you did this for 2 weeks? No. This island was done in 1 day. The other islands were done in, like, the other 2 days. This is 3 days of work here. Tyler, thank you for the follow. Now, but in order to design an island, you make a rough outline. And what I did is I made a whole bunch of squares. I just put like 5 or 6 squares in an area. Filled them in. And then I added some curves around them. And then I built down. And I built down did all the little spikes. Then I built up with the grass. And then once I built the grass up, then I could start working on whatever. This pagoda here, I did not design it. I found a design because I don't know how to design Japanese houses. I know how to design modern houses pretty well. I don't know how to design Japanese styled houses or temples. So I looked up a design for this. I put a little frog statue here for my good friend Carol. And I'm still outfitting stuff in it. It's kind of empty right now, but this will be the spawn base. When you spawn into the island, this should be where you spawn. If it's not, I'm going to be kind of upset. But I set the world spawn right there, so it should work. And I decided to add a bunch of cherry blossoms. There's like a crap ton of them. I added a small pond, and I would have put a frog in here. I was very tempted to. Very tempted to put a frog in here. But I'm sure, chat, you know what would happen if I put a frog on an island this high above the ground. I'm sure you know what would happen. Alright? I love frogs, but they might not realize just how far the ground is. They might not realize how far the ground is and jump off, thinking that they're super brave. And I did not want to see that happen. I did not want to come back to see no more frogs on this island, so I decided instead to dedicate it to a frog and not put frogs on it. So, before we move to the other islands, I did have stuff underneath this. I have a whole bunch of stuff underneath this. I have an entire base in here. I have an entire base. It's not done yet. I'm not done working on it. I don't know what I'm going to do for these hallways here. I don't want to keep them empty because it looks boring. But I decided to add a map room. None of this has been on camera, I don't think. But I've added this whole map room here. This whole map room. So this is the map. Back when I was in the other spawn base, before I tore it down, this map was on a wall. Now it's on the floor. I think it looks cooler on the floor. I still need to finish these other areas here, and we'll do that eventually. But yeah. This is the new map room, and I've left a lot of room for other maps of other areas that I feel like are deserving of it. And this is really just proof that I need to go build other things in other areas. Because I left a lot of room in here, and I'm happy about that. I also included... One of the things I've decided to include is a jukebox and a lot of builds so that you can play discs. Because one of the series I want to do in the future is a survival series where all I do is collect music discs from different areas. I want to do an entire series of that. Like, if I figure out where all the discs are. I mean, a majority of them are going to come from killing creepers with skeletons, and that's easy. But... Sorry. But what I want to do is do a series where I get all of the music discs and save them. In fact, you know, one of the things in here that I'm actually missing, that I just realized I was missing, was an ender chest. Ender chest is like a very important tool to have in any base. Put it right there. That's really the only good spot for it. So what I'll do is I will replace one of these green shulkers, and when I used to play, the green shulkers here were for just anything I wanted. But I think I'll replace one of them with music discs. Because I don't think I have any music discs in my... I have, like, valuables in, like, I have, like, a collectibles box somewhere. I have my axolotl box. But I don't have a box for music discs, and I'm gonna change that by figuring out where the music discs are and looking for them. I think some of them are gonna be in dungeons, which finding dungeons aren't easy, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work out. But anyway, this is a map of the current area here. As you can see, a lot of work has gone into this. I have a lot of islands here. We'll talk about the rest of them soon. But this is the greater spawn region with, of course, the kingdom here that I built. It is not finished, and when I feel like building more medieval houses one day, I'll go back and work on it. But, yeah. It's really nice. It also shows off the rail project that we're working on. The train is at, wow, you know what's crazy? The train line is actually pretty long now. You know, it goes all the way from Spawn up to Acadia, which is the name of the castle. We don't have a train station for the kingdom yet. That'll be another project that we work on in the future when I feel like it. But it'll be right over here. Well, there'll be 2 stations. There'll be one here and one down there. So that is a future project. Then it's gonna go up that way and then that way towards the water. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of things that I'm working on. But yeah, the train line looks nice. I even decided to name it this one the Eastern Rail because yeah, that's really the only reason why. I've also decided that if you want to get down really quickly, I'm gonna add a parkour puzzle here. And the way that it's gonna work is it's just gonna be glass panes and glass that you can't see until you hit them, and then you're dead. So, be a parkour puzzle here. Excuse me, and I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I may just fill this up, but I don't know yet. It looks great, thank you. Sleepy, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. So this is the map room. I've always wanted a really super duper, like, map rooms are, whenever I build a base, or just like a central base, I want a map room, because map rooms look cool. They're one of my favorite things to look at in Minecraft. This is like a dream come true, just to have built. It's not, again, it's not finished, and there'll be probably a stream dedicated to finishing it. Although I did all this in survival, so if I were to finish it in creative, that would be interesting. I don't know how I would show off that I don't know, these last bits here would be probably done in creative, I don't know. But I've always wanted to have a map room like this. It looks really nice. It fits. You know, we've got a nice cartography table here, just as an aesthetic. Bookshelves. More maps eventually. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do back here. We'll do some back here eventually. Like, I will just leave areas blank. Like this whole area back here is blank and lit up. But I will leave areas blank if I don't know what to do with them, because, I don't know, I may choose to do something with it later. So, there's a lot of just room for discovery in this area, so we'll see. I have a couple areas that I know I could map, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And this right here is just a little cave that outlooks everything here. You could jump down here if you wanted to, but there's nowhere to land safely. This is more of a, if you have an elytra, you can fly off of here kind of deal. So, yeah, there's that. Alright, let's look at some of the other islands here. It's been almost an hour. We're almost done showing off everything. And I don't really mean almost. Almost is subjective. But this is the beacon from 0. This is the 0, beacon here. So 0 continues right there. Which is pretty cool. I decided to build something tiny. Some sort of little statue of this. Hi, Mom. Hello. Whew, excuse me. I did just wake up about an hour and a half ago, so. Oh my gosh, how are you on top of the building? Where are you spawning? Oh, you're spawning on top of that. Understood. That should be the only place he's able to spawn, actually. Because these stairs are on the half slab. Or not stairs, the slabs are on the half slab variant. So that should be the only place. Actually, you could probably spawn on top of that. And that. Although we can fix that. You know how we can fix that? Like so. Yeah, don't give me a stink eye. You know you're not supposed to be here. Oh, you know what? Every single one of these as well. You know, the thing is, I'm not super duper worried about that. Because again, it's a single player world, and if you need to, you can run in here and sleep. I don't think enough mobs are gonna spawn on top of here to make that an issue. If it is, like, I don't know, that's the only real big area of concern. How am I? I am good, how are you? Yeah, they shouldn't be able to spawn. Oh, they'll spawn there. Okay. There's a lot of areas I guess I need to light up. That's fine. I'm not worried about it right now. I'm in creative anyway. There's some more islands over here. I decided to make some tinier ones. Not every single one of them is going to be accessible by just jumping, but a lot of them will be. But I wanted to make some smaller islands that you can jump to, or not jump to, just to admire, because I feel like, because here's the thing. In my original idea, I was like, I'm going to have some giant islands and that's it. Giant islands are not aesthetically pleasing, alright? If I just had this giant island, maybe a few other giant islands, it would feel barren, in my opinion. It's like if you were just on the ground and there was only trees in one area, and then it was just barren all around. I love your Warframe guides, they helped me. I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm constantly doing other stuff. I'm trying to make my Warframe guides more during my streams so that they're more streamlined. But I'm glad that you appreciate them. They are also on YouTube if you're interested. But anyway, so I'm making tiny islands around these. Now, I'm kind of taking a break from building islands right now to build stuff on the ground again. But I have built a bunch of these tiny islands. I have like a whole I have like biomes that I am setting up for this. So this whole biome right here is a cherry tree biome that I am working on. I don't know how big it'll be, but it's just nothing but cherry trees. And I've decided to include flowers that would offset the colors of the cherry trees here. What's up? Thank you for the follow. What's up? Not much. How about you? So I've decided to include flowers that offset the pink here. Not as many reds, but like blues here. Obviously adding the petals. And adding the fence here. Now the fence here, I kind of got this idea from looking at another guy's Sky Islands. And these aren't really supposed to be as support, more as it is just decoration. So the fences here are just kind of like a mini decoration. It also kind of like shows you where the path is, because if there's a fence there, you know that's not where you can go. Like, so this is an opening here. And by the way, I did measure this, so being able to jump across this is possible. Like every jumping puzzle I will make on this is possible. And if you can't make it, well, you're just not good at jumping puzzles. So all of those are possible. And if people do decide, when I do release this, do decide to like explore it, I would encourage you to do all of this without the ability to fly or anything. I mean, like, if you want to do any of this, obviously all my stuff will be put in a public place for people to look at, but I would recommend not doing it with the elytra on, so that it's more fun, in my personal opinion. It's more fun. And I'm still working on adding more secrets to all of this area here. When it comes to the under part of the islands here, I might edit some of these vines here. I don't really like how there's so many clumped together like this. What I might do is look at how they do the glowberries in-game. Separate them a little bit, add some more around here. And go like that. I've also included these hanging roots. The hanging roots kind of add a lot in terms of character. Because, you know, you've got a lot of green, a lot of foliage, and the hanging roots kind of just, like, help pop it out, you know? Because, you know, do I have another island that's kind of just barren? Not really. A lot of these islands I've done a good job, in my opinion, of working on. But, like, if it's just stone, and I've added ores here, and that's just for looks. It is purely for looks. I will never touch these islands. But, like, you know, when you add more than one texture here, like just adding stone, this would be boring as hell. Most boring as hell looking island, in my opinion. But adding different details here, like the different ores, adding cobblestone. Now, at one point I was considering adding a bunch of cobblestone in one area, but I decided, and one of my friends and I decided that it looks better just to have cobblestone, like, dispersed differently like this. And I might do that more when I terraform mountains. But just adding texture like this really gives it more color and more life. More vibrancy, I guess you could say. So I added a small spider web here. There's no spiders to inhabit it, but I added some spiders there, or spider web. Make it look like some spiders live there. We back on Minecraft for today, yeah? Moving over here, I did take this bridge design from another guy's build. I don't know which one it was, but like I looked at their bridge, I made my own, but the idea was inspired by somebody else's bridge that they made. A lot of bridges of mine are inspired from others because like I'm not really good at designing bridges or arches, but I will take what somebody does and make it mine. Which is kind of just how a lot of art works in the first place. People get inspired by other artists and make their own art for people to be inspired by. But yeah, so kind of transitioning here, I wanted this island to kind of be like a transitionary biome island where it's still the cherry trees, but it's slowly transitioning into an oakwood forest here. So this is the Oakwood Cherry Tree Island here. And all of these islands are named. They're just with numbers though. So this is the Oakwood Cherry Tree Forest here. I've added some to make it look like they've cut down some to make it easier to move around. And oh, you know what? What did I add? I added some of these islands here. I've decided to add things like little bases in them. It'll be, I won't show them all off because that's something I want people to discover on their own. But this one I think is just a farm. Yes, it's a farm. So I added a farm down here. Little area to grow your crops and stuff. And I've added some custom pots. And yeah, every single island that is significantly big enough, I will try to add something like that. Unless the island itself has so much on it that I just don't want to add something underneath it. But we'll see. We'll see. But this one has a little garden in it, probably for the person who lives in the shrine there. They need a garden, so. Renting out worlds? No, I'm not. This is something I'm going to release for free, probably. Well, it's probably going to be something I'll release to my members for them to download. I don't know how I want to do it yet. That's how most people do their stuff, I've noticed on Minecraft. If they release something, this is like my members get to download this. So I will probably make it a members only release for my tier 2s on YouTube. So but don't subscribe right now just for that. If you want to download the world, it's not going to be up for a while because I'm only going to upload it during milestones, something like that. But here I added another jumping puzzle. Again, I've measured all of these jumping puzzles. All of them are doable. Oops. I should have just let myself fall there. All of them are doable. So, if you can't do any of the jumping puzzles for these islands, I am sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see, this is another island with a... I have plans for other islands I want to add. Now, the thing is, here's the problem with adding things in the sky. And my thought process is, the further away you get from the ground, it really shouldn't matter if there's blocks over it. But even if, like, this is 250 blocks in the sky, that's over like 150 to 200 blocks higher than everything down there, it's still going to darken the world down there. So I have to light everything up down there so that all of these islands up here don't force mobs to spawn in areas where in broad daylight. It's kind of annoying. I wish that they would change the lighting about that, but it's whatever. So whenever I build an island, I have to light up that area. Unless it's over the Valley of Wheat. The Valley of Wheat is already pretty lit up, so I'm not worried about that. But I think over here, eventually, when I return, there's going to be an oakwood forest. I built this small mushroom island here. I think I'm going to have a mushroom biome somewhere at some point. Maybe this is just a little outlier here. I'm not sure yet. But there's going to be eventually an oakwood biome right there. Over here, I kind of transitioned from oakwood into a taiga forest here. I've added a couple of the big boy trees here to transform the ground a little bit. And I wanted to add a wizard's tower, so I looked up wizard's towers, and then I kind of went based off of that. And what my goal is when I design some different biomes, I want them to be furnished with buildings and things. I want them to be furnished with things that fit the biome. So like this Sakura biome or cherry tree biome, gonna have a temple in it. This taiga biome's gonna have a wizard's tower, a whole bunch of trees, maybe some medieval looking houses. I was thinking I'm gonna add a medieval village eventually. But like that is the plan. Have you streamed yourself building this from scratch or no? No. So what happened is in the very beginning of this world, a couple years ago, this world came out after the first snapshot for Caves and Cliffs. I started streaming myself playing this world in survival. Then I fell off of playing because I actually don't remember why I fell off. Then I came back playing this world on my own, off stream. Did a whole bunch of stuff off stream. Then a month ago I decided to start playing in creative. So this is me just playing in creative right now. Like I will tell you when something is in survival, but right now, all of the spawn region has basically been redone in creative. Just because I want to build in creative. Like, there's going to be projects that I want to do in survival. This was all creative. I couldn't imagine building this in survival, though. I could not imagine doing this all in survival. That would be insanity to me. King Grizzy, thank you for the follow. That would be insanity, building this in survival. I bet somebody's probably done it, though. And then coming over here, this is the last big island that I've kind of worked on. I wanted to build an aqueduct. Because my thought process was, okay, I want to keep the fantasy element in here, but I want a Roman aqueduct because Roman aqueducts are some of the coolest works of architecture, period. All right, when I was in school, when I was studying at school, I thought aqueducts were the coolest thing ever. So I was like, I want to create a fantasy aqueduct in the sky. And I looked up some designs for aqueducts. I actually messed around with a couple of them. I settled on this one here because it's small. I didn't want something very big. Because if it was too big, and stuff, but this is perfect. This is a perfect design for the aqueduct here. So, eventually there's going to be a village on the other end of this here. There's actually 2 outputs for this aqueduct, and my goal is to have a sky aqueduct system that goes down to the earth. It goes down to the ground. There's one right here that I'm working on. It's not done yet. Let's go over to YouTube. Yeah, go to YouTube. It's better over on YouTube if you're on TikTok, by the way. I love the avatar. Thank you. I appreciate it. So this aqueduct system here, when I go back to building in the sky, because like again, I transitioned to going back to the ground because that's what I felt like. But when I go back to the sky, I want to eventually build a village. I think that since I'm having oak trees here, I'm going to build like an oak island here, a big oak island here, and just have an oak village over here. And I'm going to look up ideas for better villages, because I'm okay with the village types that Minecraft makes, but I want to make better ones. Because the ones that they make are too blocky, and I want to make more aesthetically pleasing looking ones. Yo. So eventually I'm going to have this going all the way over to a giant oakwood island. Maybe bigger than this one, which terrifies me because that one took me 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours to make. That was the first one, so the first one's always the longest. This one didn't take as long because I already kind of knew what I was doing. But like, eventually I'm gonna make a big island here. Just have a forest, or not a forest, a bunch of dudes living on it. Bunch of villagers living on it. One of the things I also wanted to do is I wanted to kind of emulate the element of, this is totally a fantasy kind of element. I wanted to make it look like it was actually floating in the sky. Because like, what I could have just done is just leave the columns off at some point, just flat. I didn't feel like that worked. So what I did is some of the bits are floating, and that's to give the illusion that this thing is intentionally hanging here in the sky. Something is holding it up, and because of that, even if bits and pieces of it are breaking off, because you know it's been there for however long it's been there, I wanted to make it look like those bits and pieces are still hanging there, despite being detached from it. And I kind of wanted each one to be unique. And then this bit here, I don't know why it's broken. I knew I wanted to have a section that was like broken, and maybe this is another mini parkour bit. I don't know why. I can't remember if I was going to place something here. I probably will. But I wanted to make like a mini parkour bit to get from one side of it to the other. And I thought that looked kind of cool. it does look cool. Maybe a dragon smashed into it or whatever, and it's still floating there. Like the bits, whatever was left over came back together, you know? And I like that. But then I felt like a tiny island would really help out with, sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. I felt like a tiny island would help out, give some more color to it, make it look like it's standing on something. Oh, I need to extend the light here, it looks like. Get off. You too. So, yeah, I do need to extend the light here. I want minimal light, by the way. I want as minimal light as possible, just enough to keep the mobs from spawning, because I don't want it to be something that looks like a bunch of people walk on it. I think chat is broken. Is chat broken? It doesn't look broken. What's wrong with it? I don't see anything wrong. What's wrong with it? I don't know. Anyway. So I made this tiny island here. Now, I'm not entirely sold yet. But I made another one down here to catch the water. And I was thinking about maybe making a thing. It's not refreshing on the stream. Oh. Well, I mean, like... That's weird. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Well, hopefully it won't be like that later. I'll fix it if it's an issue later. But anyway, I am working on maybe having the water go all the way down to the earth. Actually, oh, you know what I remember now. I remember now what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually have all of this water go into this puddle down here. The water's gonna go down from there into this puddle. That's what I want to do with it. And we'll work on that eventually. And then the Valley of Wheat will have like a water source from the sky. Speaking of these other water sources here, I'm just gonna keep them. Just gonna keep them. And the water, or the valley, will be around it. But yeah, these sky islands are some of my favorite things to have worked on. I'm still getting down the shapes for these things. I've looked up many pictures of sky islands. I even looked at pictures of the Aether. Because the Aether is like a great example of it. It's created by a guy who now works for Minecraft, so... I really do like how these have come out. I want to make more. I just don't want to make more right now. If that makes sense. You know, that feeling was like, you make something for a long... Like, I'm at the point where I've made so many sky islands, I just need to take a break. I'm gonna take a break from doing that, gonna work on the ground. And that was before I started working on Spawn. Originally, I was thinking about getting rid of the Valley of Wheat, but then I was like, no, let's keep it. Let's keep it. Let's make it segregated to just this whole section here. And we're gonna work on that. And again, I don't know really what I want to put here. I guess I'm kind of up for suggestions on that. I want to put something there, though. Maybe a museum. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. Maybe let's put a museum there. I'll look up ideas for Minecraft museums, and we can start working on that in the future. Just like a museum. And I think what we'll do in the museum is we'll include all of the precious things in the world that I've gotten. You know, I could put the dragon egg in there. Ooh. That sounds like a cool idea, though. That sounds like a really cool idea. Just like flatten this area, put a museum there. Well, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do something like that. I think. Anyway, that's all I've done in the interim period. I think I need to add another train in here eventually. Something going that way. Some with stagecoaches too. But I don't want to add trains right now. I don't want to. I'm not going to work on trains right now. Scary, give me a moment. I've been talking for so long. Blah, I've been talking for so long. I need something to drink. Okay. That's better. Very tart. Oh, goodness. Oh, by the way, Forgot to mention it. If you are watching on TikTok, you should go watch me on the YouTubes. In my opinion, better place to go. We just hit 40 subs. That's cool. You guys are amazing. But yeah. Thank you for all your continued support, by the way. You guys are amazing. Getting ready for work? Hey, that's totally fine. Totally fine. You get ready for work. I know you got a lot of work to do today. 3 bowls of cereal is gonna hurt? Nah, it should be fine. Unless you're allergic to wheat, then you might suffer. Anyway, that was all of the stuff that we worked on. What are we gonna work on today? I'm gonna work on these modular houses some more. Because I want to. And I love this module. Actually, can I show off? Let me show off where I want to show these off because I want you guys to see the original. I want to give the full credit here. There it is. Oh, no, mute. No voices. No voices, I just want to show you off. And again, I have made changes of my own because I wanted to make them distinct and different. But here we go. This is this guy here, Marchy Works. This guy does great stuff. I love this design. I think he uses this design in a lot of his builds. So his stuff is very recognizable to his subscribers. So maybe one day one of them will come in and see my stuff. But I made sure to put down in the front here because I'm writing books as notes and putting them in places. So if you download this world, you gotta look for them. Read all my notes. Read all my interesting things. But today we're gonna continue working on this. I don't know how big I want this village to be. You know what's funny? I kind of wanted to go over the train and just go further. But I wanted to cover, like, this whole area here. You know? I wanted to cover this whole area here, because I think it would be cool to have a city like that. Those look really cool. I know, they do look really cool, which is why I love that I found the design for them. The guy who designed... I'm using different materials, too. I'm going to change up the materials. Like, if I build more of these, because I want to build more of these, in different areas, I'll change up the materials for the biome. I'm not entirely sure yet if I want to change them based on level. Probably not. I think it works better if I just leave them like this. But I really love how this is going so far. And what's funny is you really only need 4 or 5 main materials. Some of this stuff is completely optional in my opinion. Like, if you want to make your own, a lot of this is an optional thing here. Like, these stone buttons, completely optional. I did that there just for the effect. Did that just for the effect and all that stuff. But you only need a couple different materials to make it work. Other than that, it's very beautiful. And it's above the ground. Unless you decide to put it in the ground like this one here. And oh, they're mowing outside. Sorry. I think they're my... Yep, I see him. It's amazing how far away that guy is, and yet it still makes a lot of noise. I want to add more down here in this ravine. Because it feels like it would work. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I don't blame the guy, he's doing his job. I can hear it, it's so bad. Oh my goodness. Wait, did he stop right in front of our house? No. Sorry about that. But I want to add more of these. Just down there. Have I tried building a hotel or parkour house? I want to build a parkour house eventually. The islands are kind of like my first foray into parkour. So the islands are probably going to have more parkour in them than in a parkour area. You know that whenever you watch a TikTok and someone's like parkouring, they're like in a tube. I want to do something like that as well. Maybe just like find an area in the middle of nowhere to like add a parkour. Although I am working kind of on a parkour place. I showed it off a long time ago, but like I'm working on this maze. This maze with parkour in it that people can do. And yeah, that'll be something I work on a bit. When I feel like going back to that, we'll go back to that. Okay, let's continue working on this. So yesterday I built all 7 of these, 8, excuse me, that one as well. These actually go together really quickly because the building process is really nice. Parkour course in the air. If you fall, you become a stain in the depths. I guess that's how you could say it. I don't even think you would survive with feather falling from that height. That's a good question, actually. Would you survive with feather falling from that height? Actually, you know what I need to do? I forgot to add this. Just use a diamond. I need to set up the beacon. Okay. So, resistance and resistance. Good ones to have in spawn. Infinite resistance. And that'll go out for a while. I'll just keep that there for now. Alright. In case the subject survives, add spikes or lava below. Oh my gosh, that's not nice. I mean, they ain't surviving if either of those are down there. Alright, let's get started with this. So, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I want to include some cubes that are furnished for... like, a couple cubes are for one person, but it's just like, they live in that area. Nova Storm, thank you for the follow. So, like, let's come down here real quick. All of these are kind of like public cubes. Everybody can kind of walk through them. And eventually I want to make cubes that are private. Like, this is like a library. Like, even right here. Library. In fact... There we go. Perfect. This will be like the public cubes. And you've got like your cubes down here. So this will be like... This will be like when I lived in downtown San Diego. I lived in like a tiny confined space. This is about how big my space was when I lived in San Diego. I had a bedroom. It was also my kitchen and my living room. And what I did with it is I got a loft bed, which was terrifying as an adult. Like, you ever want to get like in a bunk bed again when you're an adult? That's what I did. I bought a loft bed. It was rated for like 300 pounds, so I was more than okay. Because like at the time I weighed like... How about... It was like between 150 and 180. Something like that. And I slept on the loft bed. Then I had my living room below the loft bed. And I had my kitchen and my my living space. They had some giant shelves to store all my stuff on. And that's how I lived when I lived in San Diego. It was very cute. And then the pandemic hit and I decided to move away. But like, this is what I imagine that would be. So I'm gonna add like the ones like these. I may add another ladder to go down. All that in one tank? Exactly. Exactly. And obviously add some fence here so mobs don't get in. Although I'm pretty sure if a creeper sees you, he'll still try and blow up. So it's not like the safest thing, but that's what you get when you buy the cheap place. You might get some creepers coming after you. And again, these are going to be some more... I haven't decorated all of them yet, but some of these are going to be transition cubes between other cubes. But yeah, let's start working on like an apartment set of cubes here. And this one will be like 2 cubes long. Like, yeah, well, not like, it's not going to be like an extended cube. Or should we make an extended... I didn't think about that. Should we make a cube that's like extended? Ooh, let's try that. We're going to try something new today, chat. We're going to try something new today. We're We're some new and inventive. Gonna improve on the original idea. And because this is an apartment, we're gonna give it some more privacy than normal. Because some of these just have glass roofs and glass floors. This one is gonna have some more privacy because it's a personal, private apartment here. Okay. Here, let's build up the second floor as well. Gonna be a maybe not a luxury, because like the luxury ones are gonna be like 4 wide, maybe 3 to 4 is a luxury one. This will be just like a regular apartment one. We also need to add some lighting down here so mobs don't spawn, because, yeah, they'll spawn down here for sure. Some awesome houses, thank you. Again, this isn't my design. I am just taking the original design and making it better. Anime, thank you for the follow. Now, we'll really get a test of how useful that is at night, but the vines there should add just enough. Just enough. All we need is just enough lighting. Can I get a break from the drama? Well, if you're at... If you mean the drama that I report on, we're not reporting on it today because it's fashion frame today. But if you're talking about in your personal life, I don't know. That is something, unfortunately, I cannot help with. How you doing? Calebski, thank you for the follow. Personal life? Fair enough. Now, yeah, if you want to escape personal drama, best place to do it. You can just chill here and talk to me. Don't tell me about your personal drama. Unless you want to air it out. I've never really encouraged people to talk about their dirty laundry, because most people really shouldn't share it. So I wouldn't encourage it. So you can just be here to chill. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add some walls in between here. Make it look cooler. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how I want to do that. Alright, so that's the basis for the first cube here. The lanterns. My laundry be dirty. That's why I don't want it. Mom, don't do your dirty laundry. You do it yourself. Hello, hello. Who's my favorite Marvel superhero? Oh, that's a hard one. Probably Iron Man. He's got a good redemption story on him. The MCU one, yeah. Probably Iron Man. You gotta say Spider-Man. Spider-Man's pretty good too. Spider-Man's kind of like the relatable superhero. Because even though he's a superhero, he also has to pay for Aunt May's medicine so that she doesn't die. And ain't that freaking relatable? Feel like a superhero with all the expenses I have to pay sometimes. Am I right? First comment in Spanish. Might not be the first one, period, but definitely of the stream. Okay. So, let's add this. As a joke, my mom paid me to do the laundry when I was little once because she was tired from cooking. I changed that day. Alright, so we're gonna add the wall here. Because it is an apartment. It's gonna be closed off from everyone. Alright. This will include a bedroom and a kitchen. Now, I do want to say, I don't include bathrooms in any of my builds. Pretty much, period. Because you don't use the bathroom in my... Like, if the bathroom was a thing you could use in Minecraft, I'd consider it, but... No reason to include it. Looks good? I know, right? I agree. It does look good. Now, these buttons here are just to indicate that there's not going to be anything on the other end of it. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now, for my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Because you get to add outer layer. Hello, hello. Minecraft mom. Close enough, I agree. I'm not like those other moms I play Minecraft. How large will each room be? It depends. Depends on the apartment. Like this one, it's gonna be like I would say this is like 2.5 rooms here. You know, you got your bedroom, and you'll have your kitchen / living room, and whatever the hell this will be. I'm doing my best to speak in English. If you can speak in English, that is okay. I will not be upset at you if you can't. How much to rent? I have no idea. Dude, when I lived in San Diego, again, I had one room, and it was a rundown kind of like old hotel. So it was very cheap rent, but I'm glad that I moved in with some friends in another state. I'm glad I moved in with some friends in another state. Looks like a condo? I guess I could say, you could say that it's condo-ish. I could definitely agree with that. Now, because there's going to be multiple floors, we add this on the top here. How many floors up is this going to be? Who knows? I originally was thinking about doing a 3x3 like a Rubik's Cube, but... Nah, I think this looks cooler. We'll go as tall as we want. And again, we could build more village types in other areas here. I think we're gonna make this like the ladder where everybody goes up. Alright, you have a good one. So, let's grab that. I might need to add some fence here. Just because it's the top there. Let's do that. There's lighting here, so it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, there shouldn't be mobs spawning here, period, but I want to make it safe, guys. We don't want you to jump off of there. That would be dangerous, don't you know? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. That'll be the room where there's elevators. Or not elevators. That's just the up and down. Okay. The glass floor here. And this will be the first major area here. First major room. I like using glass panes whenever possible. It just looks so much better. There we go. I love how the music changed as soon as I walked into here. I promise I didn't plan that. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot one of the big other detail things. This will really transform the color here. This really helps it pop out a little bit more, in my opinion. Oh yeah, that really helps out in my opinion. I like that. Because before, you know, it just looks kind of flat. Hello, hello. Justin and Maura, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. There you go. That looks so nice. Would you live there? I don't know, press 1 if you would live here. I would live here. It's an upgrade from the one that was, like, next to the ground. Had the chance of a creeper blowing up in your face. I might actually make this... let's cover this. Only because that'll be one of the bedroom walls. Yeah, let's do that. Get a little bit of privacy for the bedroom. Okay. I saw light blue, and I was like, yes, let's go that. Oh man, sometimes I'm very poor when it comes to decorating, so I'm gonna do my best here. Sorry, bumped the mic there. Have faith in yourself. Well, I do have faith in myself. It's just sometimes decorating is not my strong suit. By far. I have to look at how other people do it almost all the time. Actually, even better. Okay. Ooh, let's add a desk. Let's add a desk here. What you can do... Actually, what does the new bamboo look like? What would a bamboo chair look like? That's not terrible. I've been waiting. You've been waiting? What have you been waiting for? Do I speak Hungarian? No. I speak octopus and I speak English. That's not terrible. We put a book there. Or extend that. There we go. Extra long. Waiting for you to go live. No one has been live recently. Oh, I appreciate that. I will be alive again tonight as well. Now let's get rid of the light here. Add an end draw. That looks cooler. Actually, add them there. Awesome. And we can add one there. Oh, there was a block that you used to be able to add. What was it? Oh, we can add mushroom one. There we go. Make it look like they have a mushroom lamp. That looks kind of neat. Oh man, I really like that. Although, maybe that should be on their... Maybe that should be on their bed. And then let's remove those. Where's the pot? There it is. Put that there instead. You need a plant next to your... Speaking of which, I need to water my plant. Eventually. She's doing good. She's been growing. Wow. I haven't watered her in a few days and she's still growing. Ari, thank you for the follow, as well as Aussie Mom. Borrow's amazing mods like Prime Pressure Point and Prime Bane. Oh, is Borrow today? I forgot about that. If he's got... I'll go check him out. But if he's only got mods that I already have, I'm just gonna save until TennoCon. Decorating is hard. It is kind of hard, yeah. No, you're not supposed to do that. I hate it when it does that. Nice pair. No, I cannot show them. I will get banned instantly. I don't even have the ability to do so. There we go. It's not bad. You know what it needs, though? A little finishing touch. Jukebox. Because every gamer has a jukebox in his gamer room. Awesome. Alright. Now, I'm not going to add shelves on both ends here because that would make it kind of hard to navigate. Bluey and Francis, thank you for the follow. Welcome. See what to put on these shelves. Put skeleton skull. See, the thing with all these skulls here... Let's just put a player head, why not? Yo, totally epic. I have a Steve head. Every gamer has a playlist of music. I kind of don't, though. I mean, I have music that I'll listen to, but I don't really have a playlist of music. If that makes sense. Ooh. One other pot. Let's have another plant. Let's have another plant right over here. The octopus hunted the human. Okay. There we go. I mean, this isn't my gamer room, if that's what you're saying. I have my own house. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Armor stand. Right there. There we go. Awesome. It's a nice little gamer room. Alright, kitchen. Kitchen's a little bit easier. We have to put the cauldron here because of the window. It's like the music I would while watching Ariel. Oh, Little Mermaid? I mean, this is all Animal Crossing music. I could change it up if people are bored of it. Sorry for bumping the mic there. I am back. Welcome back. Zero Reason. Thank you for the follow, as well as Icy. Welcome, welcome. Again, I am also on YouTube if you're interested in watching on YouTube. That counts as a redstone block? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Does dripstone have a redstone signal? Huh. I did not know that. Of a cute Abby? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I would hope that it's cute. I mean, I think being cute is part of the reason why people watch me, right? I'm kidding. I imagine if I wasn't cute, some people just wouldn't watch me. Roots, thank you for the follow. I know some have never played Animal Crossing. That's fine. How to make that work. You will not go down automatically. I have a question. I might have an answer. I watch it because you're entertaining. Well, there you go. It kind of works. I built a really big thing on Minecraft. It took me 5 days, and my cousin deleted the world. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Awesome. How's the blueberry typing? Who knows? Magic. Let's just say magic. Alright, we also need... closet. Closet for all your cool clothes. Gonna nap now, or you have a good one? What do I think about people called... What do you think about people who, I mean, I don't really care. Is it supposed to be, like, derogatory or mean? I'm not repeating because I don't know if it is. Hello, Octopus Lady. Hello. Let's see. I don't want to use light blue because that's the color of the bed. I think blue works. A little gamer carpet. Need some gamer carpet on your gamer floor. Because you're a gamer! Awesome. I think this place is outfitted. Maybe we need another carpet right here. See some gamer green carpet right there. I told you to do Minecraft and you did it. I just did this because one, I kind of need to make up because I had to cancel yesterday night's stream. And two, because I was already playing Minecraft. Sorry for the question. I mean, like, you don't have to apologize. I just don't... Is it a bad thing to call people? If it's a bad thing to call people, then yes, it probably isn't something that people should say. If it's not a bad thing, then it doesn't matter. No, then it doesn't matter. Is a bad thing? Well, I mean, if it's a bad thing, people probably shouldn't call other people it. Awesome, so there we go. We got our first double apartment there. Ain't that looking cool? Kind of like it, though. I don't know, Chad, what do you think? You like it? It's for rent. Come and move in, but it's expensive. Probably a stack of diamond blocks a month. Q apartment. An interesting name for it. You know, that might work. Let's see, how does that look? Yeah, we'll rock with that. It's an expression for people as tall, blue-eyed, or blonde. I see. A stack? Yes. You work every single day of your life, you'll make that much. Gotta get them diamond blocks to pay the rent. Very modern, exactly. Modern prices, too. Probably wouldn't be a stack of diamond blocks. It'd probably just be 64 diamonds a month. I don't know. If we were to quantify diamonds to real world money, I don't know how we would quantify it. Looks like I won't be moving in. Your boy broke. How much is rent? Again, maybe we wouldn't do 64 blocks. Maybe we just do a certain amount of diamonds a month. Like, let's say one diamond is $100, 100 USD, and normal rent for some small apartments are like between 900 to 1500. So let's say you had to bring 9 to 15 diamonds a month. Okay, so that's like 1 1/4 blocks of diamonds a month. It's not bad. It's affordable in my opinion. With how many diamonds you can get with fortune free? Yeah, that's good. 2 sponges, 10 cobblestone, 3 emeralds. Take it or leave it. Listen, I'm not a testificate. I'm not a villager. You can't haggle with me. I'm pretty set in my ways of pricing. Gonna have to raise it eventually because the economy's falling apart. Let's see. I think I'll leave... So I didn't want to put any scaffolding here because we already got some on the 4 major bits there. I got an enchanted gold armor and diamond sword. Should be good enough for a week. Yeah, I mean, if it's gold, it's not really good for a long time, but we'll take it for a week. Just move to Canada? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good in America. I'll either go to America... If I really feel like the world's falling apart, I'll go to Japan. There we go. Move to Canada, why? I don't know. One of my viewers on TikTok said too. I'm good. I don't need to move there. Oh, you know what we could do? We could add some plants here. Now we'll leave it, but we could add some plants there, yeah. Okay. Let's make a common area. Let's make a common area for people to chill in. Time to grind Tower Fantasy. Fun. Dude, I played Tower Fantasy, then I immediately just stopped enjoying it. It was a good game to grind for a few days, but I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of MMOs these days are trying to beat each other being the same thing. And I would rather just play a game that's different because it wants to be different. Probably why I still love Minecraft, because it's the first and best of its kind. Despite like all the crap that I give Microsoft and Mojang, a lot of it rightly so, I still think that Minecraft is the best of its kind and nobody is really going to outmatch it. Do I put body wash on my tentacle or shampoo? Obviously shampoo, it's hair. What kind of question is that? Just kidding. I pretend to be so offended when people talk about my hair. The only MMO I've ever played is Wizard 101. Well, you should try out Final Fantasy 14. Especially since it's giving out such a free promotion right now. Well, eventually a free promotion. Where you can literally play 2 expansions for free with no cap on time. It's a great deal in my opinion. You should take advantage of it. Alright, for these ones that don't have this, I'm just gonna put... I want Destiny to be good again. Well, they're bringing Keith David in to play Zavala, so... I feel like that was a good step in the right... Like, they did that and I was like, okay. Destiny did it good by bringing in the Arbiter to be Zavala. I'm trying to imagine Zavala with the Arbiter's voice. It's actually kind of easy to do, but it's still surprising to think about that the Arbiter is going to be Commander Zavala now. My boy ranked up in the world. He went from Arbiter to Commander. Or maybe you could see it the other way, is went from Commander to Arbiter. Progression in Destiny's not the best, especially for free. No, if you're not paying Destiny money, you are not really considered a priority player to them. I mean, that's just kind of true. Like, there's some stuff they give for free, but there's a lot of stuff it's just like buy the expansion or the seasons. It's kind of sad. I love your streams, thank you. Big Floppa, thank you for the controller and the follow. Appreciate it. Maple Story is fun, very true. Not as much as it was. Now, Maple Story is fun. The big problem I have with Maple Story is it used to be... Before, I think they called it the Big Bang update, where everything kind of changed. But before the big update where everything changed, it used to be, in order to get from place to place, there was a lot more walking you had to do. And grinding took longer. And you had to rely on friends more. And now, a lot of stuff I see people doing on their own. And... it's kind of sad, kind of. I mean, some people still do multiplayer stuff, but I don't feel like Maple Story is a game where you need multiple people in order to enjoy it. Well, you know, I'm here all the time, I just lurk. I don't care if you lurk, or if you're active. If you're here, and you're enjoying yourself, that means I am happy. As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all I care about. I'm glad you are enjoying yourself, though. Well, I hope you are. About to be explosive. Is that true? Oh, you're seeing Oppenheimer. Ah, have fun with that. I've heard that movie is a really good movie. I mean... as good as a movie about the atomic bomb can be. I don't know how good that could be, but you know. What was fun about is when traveling you meet lots of people on the way. Now everybody's teleporting and they're left abandoned. No, yeah, I agree. I agree. Maple Story is definitely different now. Barbie is better. I need to see both of them. I'm gonna wait for them to come out, like, on demand. I'm not, like, inclined to go to the movie theaters for a lot these days. But I've heard that both of them are decent movies. A lot of people are making controversy out of the Barbie movie, and it's just really funny, because it's just like... I heard that there are some undertone themes that the writers wanted to throw in. However, and I'm going to say this is a big however, if you go and just watch the movie for fun, you're not going to, like, see any messages in it. It's just going to be a silly movie about Barbie and Ken. That's all it is, apparently. Like, if you just go not expecting anything, that's all the Barbie movie is. And I'll be honest with you, that's all I'm gonna look at it as. Not that it's pushing a political message, not that it wants me to think a certain way, just that I'm going there to enjoy a good movie. That's all I care about. You know? And if that's all you go for, you'll enjoy it. It's made a lot of money, which is crazy. Because Hollywood has been bleeding, dying, because they don't know how to appeal to their audiences. They don't really... I don't think Hollywood really knows who its audiences are, which is why they're losing so much money. But I think Barbie's a good example that, you know, people can go and just have a good time. And enjoy themselves. And not feel like they're being preached to. And I think that's what's important, is you shouldn't try to preach to people. You shouldn't try to preach to people when you're just trying to be entertaining. Like, if your job is to be entertaining, preaching should be the last thing you're doing. Like, for me, my job is to entertain and scream at people about things. So, like, that's my niche. But, like, when you're in Hollywood, your job is to entertain. And if you want to make a feel-good movie, or a movie where you're trying to teach something, there are places for it, but, like, making every single movie teaching about something that's wrong in the world is not going to sell tickets. It's just going to make people annoyed with you. Barbie's going to be on Max and Fall? Awesome. Definitely don't do the Snow White. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, okay. I don't know even how to talk about that movie, man. Like... I don't know. I don't know how to talk about that movie, man. Like, I think that everybody should have an equal chance to do things in life. Like, but here's the thing about Snow White. I don't know, man. How do I approach this? Snow White is literally a movie about a girl whose skin was fair as snow. Like, if you're making a movie about that, and you want to be accurate to it... I don't know, man. Like... Again, I think that everybody has the right to be in movies, and everybody should be in movies, and we should allow people to be in movies. But literally, when it says the instructions for the character, I feel like you should listen to that. I don't know. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about older Disney movies. They were made in a time where some people didn't totally agree with everybody being together and loving each other. All right, that's just a product of the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, I mean, there's something wrong with how they thought, but there's nothing wrong with the fact that those stories are there and they were made in that time. The issue is when you try to smash a new meaning into them when you really don't need to. I don't know. Like, if you want to do a live-action Snow White, give us a Snow White character whose skin is fair as snow, so it's accurate to the story. Give us 7 dwarves. I don't care what you do with the dwarves, just make them 7 dwarves. Give our midgets some representation, why don't you? I'm mad how they did Sebastian. I will not see the new Little Mermaid movie. It just sounds so annoying to me. Back to work? Alright. Disney's trying... No, yeah, they are trying... Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing that's funny. Here's the thing that, like, doesn't make sense to me. There are a lot of good movies that have a diverse cast. Like, a lot of good movies, and there's a lot of original stuff that has a diverse. Like, do you guys remember the animated Princess and the Frog? It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a great movie, has great animation, great storytelling, and it was an amazing take on the classic Princess and the Frog story. Instead of like having a classic Princess and the Frog story in a medieval time, it's in either Florida or yeah, it's somewhere along the eastern coastline, and it works. It just works. It was great. It was a great movie, and it was a twist on something that I felt like worked. Why don't people do more stuff like that? I don't know, like the quote-unquote reimaginings that Disney does. I don't know when they're gonna realize that they're just not working. Or maybe they know they're not working, they just don't care. It's Louisiana? Well, there you go, it's Louisiana. I thought that the Princess and the Frog movie was good. It was a really good movie. Great premise, great I thought it was good. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I think they should try to do more like that, but then of course, unfortunately, that's where they decided to start retiring the old animation feel, and they even talked about that. That was the last big animation movie like that. Just make sequels, not remakes. No, don't even make sequels. Make original things, guys. Make original IPs and properties. But make them good, you know? Like, I enjoy good movies and good art and good artwork, and I always will. But some of this stuff that I see is just so mind-bogglingly dumb. And I have to wonder... I don't even have to wonder, like... You know, some people I listen... Because I listen to podcasts a lot. This one guy is like, are they just doing this because they want to destroy the brand? And they just don't care? And the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm like, maybe they don't care. Maybe they do want to destroy it. I don't know. Maybe they just want to get theirs and leave. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter, because I'm not in charge of Hollywood. I'm not in charge of Disney. You know what I'm in charge of? Me. And me will continue doing what I'm doing, being me. And I promise you I will never do anything like that. There's a Destiny show? Yeah, I heard about that. Babo, thank you for the follow. Excuse me. Yep, chat's broken still. Awesome. You know what, let me see if I can fix that. It boils down to I don't even think it's money. Like, here's the thing. If it was money, they know what the good stuff is. Alright, let's see if that fixes the restream chat. Do I have a favorite anime? I don't know. Good question. That is a good question. Sorry, I forgot that I'm full screened again. Let me fix something real quick. There we go. Top 5? Oh, look who showed up. What are you guys doing here? I don't even have a village. I mean, I guess you're showing up because you're nearby. I'm nearby. You guys can just hang out there, I guess, though. Morning. You slept well? I did. Rutro Raggy. This isn't YouTube? No, but I am on YouTube. And the chat's still broken. I don't know why the chat's broken. I might just need to re-add it. I can fix that another time. Okay. I forgot these existed. Oh, the emotes? I do have my own personal emotes, and if you are a member for like $1 a month, you can get access to them. This is a nice song. I don't know where it's from, but it's a nice song. I turn it down a little bit. It's kind of loud. I have waited a day for Master Rank 9 because I failed. I'm sorry to hear that. What is Master Rank 9? I have forgotten what Master Rank 9 is. So this is not actually going to be an apartment. This is just going to be a transitionary cube. Or just a cube. The stealth one? Oh. Bring a stealth frame then. Or bring Wisp. Wisp can do things in... Wisp is invisible whenever she's jumping. I'm only 3. I want to get a new frame, just don't know how. It depends on which one you want. Each frame is obtainable in different ways. If you only have 1 or 2 warframes right now, my recommendation would be going for someone like Rhino. You can get... there are a lot of warframes that you get from doing assassination missions on other planets. So if there's an assassination node, go to that. If you've also done the Duvary Paradox, you can do something called the Circuit. Circuit allows you to earn 1 warframe a week. It's really good. Love Takis and seafood, and love the taste of lemonade and water. I love lemonade and water too. Okay, how did I do this? Just hanging off the edges? Alright, that works. There we go. Forgot what my master rank is. I bought like most of mine. Your master rank? You can't buy master rank though. Did I do anything there? Oh, you know what? I should do this. This will add some creativity here. Not creativity. This will add some color. Are people fighting in my TikTok chat? Get good. Oh my gosh. I want that little chain hanging effect right there. Although if I do that, I don't really need these. I don't really need these in the first place because I got this obelisk here. I wanted to make it look like, by the way, that the people that were building was like, oh, shoot, these fires will look weird. Oops, sorry, my phone went off. Mom's TikTok is having a Zoomer fight. Is that what it's called? I have no idea what it's called. All that I know is that I'm having people fighting in my TikTok chat. Hello, Mom. Hello. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I'm not live right now on Twitch, but thank you for the follow. I think my Twitch is actually really close to 1,000, which is kind of cool. But because I don't really stream on Twitch as much, it's not that much of a big of a deal. But thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Ignore me? You're telling me to ignore you. It makes me want to pay attention. Hello, Mom. Hello. No, the Warframes? Ah, okay. Ignore both of us. It's kind of hard to do, but I'll try. Yep, TikTok's still broken. Or not TikTok. Chat is still broken. I think I know how to fix it, though. I think I know how to fix it. Wait a moment. What are we using? Restream chat? Okay. I can fix that. Chat overlay. Copy. Paste. Now we go over to remove the embed. Grab that. Copy. Erase the old one. Paste. Okay. And refresh cache. That might fix it. I have no idea. Let's see. Oh, whoa. It's not... It's Restream. Wait, Restream is broken. Why is Restream broken? Oh, okay. Am I still streaming on Twitter? I am. Well, okay then. Restream is just crapping itself. That's the issue, I guess. Okay. Can't really fix that. Can I say no words? Probably not, no. Is this Splatoon music? It is. This looks really neat so far. How can I stream on Twitter? Because I am a Twitter Blue member. I decided to give Elon Musk my money. I almost beat Splatoon 2, but then I lost my game. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know how to feel about that. You can feel any way you want about it. I just wanted the extra features on Twitter. I also believe in the platform. Used to not. I literally, a couple weeks ago, changed my mind on it. I used to think that Twitter was gonna die, and I'm just gonna laugh at it. I don't think that no more. It's X now. This is true. You know what this needs? Let's add some pots. There we go. Now, the reason why I've not capped off any of these is because I'm expecting to push this even further this way. I just don't know how yet. Well, you forgot about the useless rebrand? I actually disagree with you. It's not a useless rebrand. That man, like, a lot of people think that X is, like, gonna kill the platform, like, rebranding it. Oh, no. I don't think it's going to kill the platform. I used to think it was a very questionable choice. I don't anymore. I think it's all intentional. Well, what I mean to say is him doing all these changes are working in his favor. And some people definitely don't think that, and some people don't want to believe that, but I think it is working in his favor. Do you want to know why it's working in his favor? I can explain. The thing that's funny is, like, again, in the beginning, I wasn't so sure if, like, this was the smartest move. Even I would, because, like, again, I wanted the best for Twitter, as much as I disliked it. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, this might not be a good idea. But you want to know why I think it is a good idea now? Do you want to know why I think that he is, like, not necessarily, well, yeah, he is a smart individual. He's gotten this far in life. Do you want to know why I think it's, like, he's not going to change it back and people are just going to have to get used to it? Ember, thanks for the follow, by the way. It's because of outrage culture. Outrage culture is the #1 reason why his platform is doing as well as it is right now. It's doing as good as it is right now because of outrage culture. Because people are talking about it, because people are upset about it, because it's constantly getting attention by news media and by you and me. Me talking about this right now is fulfilling exactly what he wants. Okay? So, Elon Musk is succeeding because people will not stop talking about him. Alright? The moment people stop talking about him is the moment where the platform will die. But because he keeps doing more and more and more, you're going to keep talking about him. And that will fuel his platform. That will fuel his platform. Advertisers will eventually come back. Because people keep talking about Twitter. Twitter is the place where people are talking. It's all a game. It's all a game, and he is playing it the right way. And people may not like that, but some people might think it's immoral. But that is how you play the game in the world of advertising. You gotta create outrage culture. So, you know, people can be mad at him. Trust me, I don't think everything he's done has been perfect. But he is doing it the way that a businessman should. %. One hell of a name. I know, right? I would never name a child that. But you know what? He probably got outrage culture from that as well, and that brought more attention to him. His wife probably helped him, or ex-wife, or ex-girlfriend, or whatever the heck she is. Probably helped him choose that name. I don't know. Elon Musk. I don't know, again, people can be upset at him, because trust me, there's a lot of things that are very questionable that he's done. But he knows how to capture the media's attention and keep it on him. And for that reason, you know, I gotta give it to him. He's doing what he is intentionally pissing people off. Opinions on Kanye? I don't have any opinions. I don't. He is... I don't. I do not. Have I played any of the Souls games? I played Elden Ring. Does that count? And there's another house. There's... Okay, I'm not gonna indulge on that. I don't know if that's true. Elon better pay for his son's name change. If his son wants to change his name, then he should go do it. Again, maybe his wife helped him pick out that name. We don't know. They both decided on it, so they're both culpable, in my opinion, for it. Who knows? Who knows? Little middle house here. I like it. And I have to add... So since this is a pond here, I might actually work on this pond here. He bribed his wife. Okay, I can't speak to that. I can't say or confirm or deny that because that's just not something that is out there. But again, as I said, people talking about him is what makes him as famous as he is now. You guys talking about him is actively playing into what he wants. So the best way to defeat, if you want to defeat someone like him, the best way is to just not talk about him anymore. I know that's not going to happen for a lot of people, either on or off the stream, but that's how you defeat someone like him. If you want to quote-unquote defeat him. You said that you want to entertain and yell. I can't think of you yelling. Well, yelling is a little subjective. I mean more like speaking loudly. Dang, I was hoping that you could use those in there. I know that you can throw torch flowers in there. Am I muted? No, I'm just quiet for the moment. I'm just taking a moment being quiet. I've been talking a lot. I return, welcome. Morning, Mom, morning. I'm not gonna be streaming too much longer because I need to upload next week's videos today for the channel members. I also would like to just chill a little bit before stream tonight. Do I play Risk of Rain 2? No, I don't. I haven't even played 1. Is this my main source of income? No. I wish. One day, maybe, but no. I wish, I wish. You guys being here, though, is good enough for me. Being here, liking the stream, subscribing on YouTube if you haven't. All those are fine enough. Giovanni, thank you for the follow, as well as Yalam. Is this your dream main job? You, of course. I want to entertain people for a living. I enjoy doing it. It's fun to me. I don't know, Chad, do you think that would be suspended properly, IRL? Make sure I have notifications on. Exactly. My dream job is the owner of Amazon. Well, so I can make money while I work. I don't think you could ever have that job. There's only a CEO now. Ugh. Good luck. Yeah, good luck on that one. Good luck on that one, my friend. It's a nice surprise. You're welcome. Again, it's not gonna be much longer. I want to own a bar. It's not a bad idea. I tell you what, let's transition over here. Let's start working on... I'm gonna take a break from that. Well, I was gonna say let's start working on this, but first, I feel like we need to... Let's place some of this. Again, because this is a corrupted kind of landscape here. Okay. I can't with the character limit. How bad is it on TikTok? Have I been rizzed? Probably. But I didn't recognize it. Here we go. Now we can start doing... Let's intersperse it a little bit. There we go. And we get the gravel here. We're gonna start throwing in gravel. And we'll replace some of this gravel later on, but this is for the train track. I got no riz. We get 100 characters. Wow, that's crazy. That's very low. We should do this over here as well. I don't understand how people just build these designs. Most of them come up as a bay window. It takes time. Like, I didn't used to be this good. I'm still nearly not even that good. I get a lot of my inspiration from others and then just adapt on their stuff. You know, I'm not the kind of person who can just start something from scratch and work on it. I would like to be that. But that's not me. So don't think I'm like some sort of master builder here, because I'm not. I'm just kind of doing my thing. Make some random blocks corrupted. Yeah, that's something I was thinking about. I mean, it's kind of what I'm doing. The track is gonna be itself untouched for the most part. Oh, you know what? We can get blackstone buttons. Like scorched buttons instead of regular buttons. I'm better than Mom, but she really good. I can make stuff from scratch. Where did I get this idea from? Oh, the idea for the track is mine. I made the track design myself. Adapted from other track designs that, like, use anvils, and I decided not to go with anvils. Train station, I looked at train station ideas, decided to make a platform slightly based on that. The temple was based off of South American temples. The housing here is based off of based off of a YouTube channel that does crazy builds like that. This tower I just kind of designed. It's not perfect and it needs some redesign work probably, but I designed that on my own. The idea for the world highways was also done. The world highways is something that a lot of people have done in servers. I'm doing it in my world because I like having a world highway. That was originally on 2B2T that I learned that from. Hold on. Okay. Early stream. Yeah. It's not gonna go forever. I'm gonna be done in like half an hour or so because somebody that I watch is... Oops. I don't want it to like spread too far. Is it an excuse to leave? No. I just listen to somebody every single week. It's a motivational speaker. And it's not even that they're live, like, because they're not even gonna be live. I'm just gonna re-listen to it at 11. It's like a replay. I just need to be done at 11 anyway. 'Cause that'll be third hour. You know what I need to include? I haven't thought about. Fires are normal in the Nether. I want to keep them away from the grass, though. I don't want trees to burn down. Keep it away from the woods? Oh, don't worry, we will. We will, don't you worry about that. I heard that I have god tier Riz. I don't know who told you that. I'm just an anime octopus on the screen playing Minecraft. I don't know how much Riz that actually counts for. A lot of? Okay. Well, if you want to emulate that, you have to go become an octopus. Yeah, that works pretty well. Definitely feels like an invasion. What is it? The other side. Or what is it called? The upside down is invading, guys. I can't wait for Stranger Things to be over. Like, it's a great show, but when it's over, I'm gonna be so happy. Human octopus, very true. Season 5 is soon, yes. I don't know when it's coming out, but when it is out, that's it. That's all she wrote. I'm glad it'll be done. Like, don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed Stranger Things. It's just... I think it needs to cap off. I'm sad the Avatar series is over. Oh man, that's been over for a long time. What's up, guys? You still chilling there? I'm not talking to you. You can chill there, though. Alright. We've done some spreading there. A little bit more right here. Funny is I'm placing some of this and it won't even show up when the track is placed down. JoJo is way dramatic. I dislike it. I have never seen JoJo. I can't formulate an opinion on it. I thought they were making an adult spin-off of their adult lives of what? Gotta go? Alright. Again, I'm not quite sure how long this train line will go, because it's honestly, there's nothing that way. I have to make something that way. Edward, thank you for the follow. Something about adding some scaffolding, like from this, over to, like, adding scaffolding so that it goes into the building here. That would be a bad idea. Head out and eat my sandwich? Okay. You know what? I think this is a good exit time personally myself. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, pause my game here. If you enjoyed today, please make sure you leave your like. And again, go check me out on YouTube because I do a lot of stuff on YouTube, so you should go over there. I deeply appreciate it. I will be streaming again later tonight if you're interested. And I will be back when I am back. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning.